Hello, my powerful, awesome, loving, kind, gentle MVP family. Today is Wednesday. It's hump day. And I'm just here. It's raining outside. And so earlier I was going through my desk drawer. It's like a double desk. So I was going through them and finding some stuff in there. I reached out to a couple people. They sent me cards from years ago. I took a little picture and I sent it to them. I was like, "You still have those?" And I said, "Yeah, I still have them." So today I just wanted, sometimes in our lives we get so busy doing so much, accumulating so much more, and we never took the time to appreciate some of the most genuine little things that came across us as we search forward on our different journeys. So today I was just sitting there and enjoying some of the things that found themselves in the drawer. That means that they're important. I'm not saying, there's a lot more that's important. But I sat there and I'm just looking back. And I'm thinking. And I started crying, and as I cried, I'm just asking God, to just help us to learn to take a moment. A lot of times we get up and we don't have enough time to even say a prayer because we're rushing to find the next dollar bill or the next thing. But today I took a moment and realized that even one of the things that I received from my son when he was only 5 years old, 5 years old, that was 29 years ago. And I remembered when I received it, and I'm going to share it with you guys. When I received this from my son, you know what I focused on? I focused on the flower and the flower pot. I focused on these things because I'm going to turn the camera, hopefully. Showing too much. I want the camera to be lower. Bear with me, guys. Right, I need the camera to just be lower. Right. So when my son gave this to me years ago, what I focused on was Happy Mother's Day. And it's at the bottom, it says Love, Gil. And this was, as I said, 29 years ago. Right? He was only 5 then. Right? But today, as I looked, and I said, let me do these throwback moments, I paid more attention to this poem that was attached. And maybe I read some of it, but I didn't read all of it. Because you know what I noticed today? When I looked closely, I saw that his little hand was right there. If you see it, the pen, you see the pen mark right there, his hand. And I was thinking, oh, maybe he was drawing something and then decided to do this flower pot instead. But listen to this poem, guys. It says, "A piece of me I give to you. I painted this flower to say, I love you. The heart is you. The hand is me. To show we are friends, the best there can be. I hope you will save it and look back someday at the flower we shared on your special day." Yes, 29 years later, I did look back and I realized that the hand is his hand, and the flower is me. So, my people, I did this just to remind us, and this was Happy Mother's Day years and years ago. Look how beautifully my son wrote Happy Mother's Day 29 years ago. I still held on to it. So as we go through life, let us remember to take a moment and to read carefully the things, to appreciate what is given to us. I didn't get rid of it. It might just be some construction paper, but the words are meaningful and his intentions were great. And so I give God thanks for that, because, how many parents can look back 29 years and say, yeah, I remembered when, I still have it to show. So that was 29 years ago. But I still have some throwbacks from way back before then. And so here is my old granny. That's Granny in the blue, and that's her mama. That's Mama, my great-grandmother. So that's why I tell you guys, I used to call my grandmother. That's Alice. Oh, that's Alice. She lived to be 96 years old. Then she passed away in 1995. But that was her. That was our great grandmother. And you see here? So they used to call my granny Coolie Gal, because Granny, you see, my great-great-grandmother, she had that long hair. So Granny had that soft hair, and so they would call her Coolie Gal. So that's just a coolie. Oh, Granny, thank you for all you did for me. Thank you for the foundation that you gave me so I could read and write and love math. Thank you for everything that you the kindnesses that you practiced that I grew up to like. Thank you for taking care of all those people in need in our community. Thank you, because it is because of how you lived that gave me a chance to live without the confusion and the chaos, but to live with the heart to give back as God blesses me. Thank you, Granny. Thank you. May you rest in peace. May you rest in peace. You deserve that. So that's my little old granny, guys. So I'm going through my little thing, and these things came up, and I said I had to share them. This is a note my daughter. I don't want to show her name. This is a note that my daughter, the younger twin, she always says, well, I'm the second child. I said, no, you're just 2 minutes younger than your sister. And it's a composition that she wrote Mother's Day, because I did take them home to Jamaica and had them go to school there for a little bit. So you'll notice the writing, the kind of cursive a little bit. That's where they learned that. They didn't learn it here in America. And this was, if you look at the date, guys, see there? 1994. 1994, May 5th. And she says, at the time she was in elementary school, CES 109, that's Community Elementary School 109. Says, today will be Mother's Day. I got my mother a plant, an air freshener, and a jewelry box. I don't know what Jody is going to get Mommy for Mother's Day, but I think I know what Mother's Day means. I think it means a day when mothers get rest. But still, happy Mother's Day. And she got me these things. She got me a plant, and she got me an air freshener and a jewelry box. That's her little artwork. You should see the art she does now. All my 3 kids, big time artists. So I held on to this since 1994, guys. Our kids do these other things for us, and sometimes we hiss our teeth. because they don't have monetary values. But you know what? We shouldn't. We should hold on to them and go back to them sometimes and just read them. Read the love. Look at the love they put in and read them. This year, we went home. I had a foster son, and I took him to Jamaica. And so here we have the corn, and we see these are the good corn that they're going to replant. And then these are the other corn that is going to feed the chickens. And this is all up by Granny in St. Elizabeth, Springfield, St. Elizabeth. I took him to the beach in Trelawney, in Barwood Beach in Trelawney, and then we hit it up to St. Elizabeth, where we had a good time with the outdoors, the animals. And so that's your corn, guys. So just imagine you plant one corn, and then you get a yield of all of this corn. And you just imagine all of these on this side here, these corn are the better ones. And so they're going to, we shell them. I think we did shell them before we left up there. We helped with shelling it. And those are corn that they were going to replant. So look at the abundance. Just think of the abundance of grain that will be harvested from planting those. Just imagine. So I said, people, if you put your hands to it and you do a little something, believe me, it will yield. You plant one tree, one pear tree, you get so many pears that if you plant even half of those seeds, you'd have acres. You would have so much harvest. So let's get up, guys, and do something, no matter how small. You plant a cucumber seed, it brings forth even 6 cucumbers on it. You know how many seeds it gave you that you could replant somewhere? And then I look back, this is my cousin, my little cousin up there in Springfield, St. Elizabeth. Doesn't have a trade, doesn't have a skill, doesn't have anything. He didn't do well in school, but to see what he did. Don't say what didn't have any skills. This is a skill he had to fix bicycles. And he worked with that, and everybody in the community would bring their broken bicycles to him. And Desmond would sit there, and he would fix brakes, and he would fix tires, and he would fix chains, and he would refurbish bicycles so the young men around could ride where they need to go. So again, you might not have the education you wanted, but believe me, you should have something. Find something inside of you that somebody that will be a blessing to someone, and use it to build. Use it to build. So that's my little my bicycle fixer there. And then I want to share from that same trip to Jamaica, my son's first catapult, or we call them slingshots. So there we were sitting on the veranda, and that's his slingshot. He was across the street with my foster son. They were shooting birds. So that's his first little slingshot in Jamaica, experiencing the rural areas, going out to shoot down birds. As tried to shoot, he didn't get one. But hey, brother. Good evening, sir.
Huh?
Good evening.
Oh, so I'm doing the Zoom.
I'm doing, no, not this Zoom.
What do you think there was? Good evening.
Good evening. So that's his slingshot, guys. I mean, I'm just throwing back. This is so many years ago after Granny was gone. And finally, this is just me when I started teaching. That's one of my students. Here's another one sitting behind him. There's one with her hand up. And so I don't know. But this young man, his mom, when we lived in New York, it was a different setting than when we live here, than here in further up north. Parents we have community schools. So I was teaching right near to Yankee Stadium then. Still had some weight on me, not so much, but I still had the weight. And this young man, his mom, he was struggling in math and reading because of their language, And I would stay late in the evenings, and take a taxi home, but would, because when you leave from up the hill to come down to the train station to get the bus, we didn't have a bus from up there to come straight down. So I would take a cab down and then sometimes take it home, sometimes take it to the train and to go home. And but his mom, such a nice lady. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if I go back in the air, but these would be grown people. Because you're talking about 2000. This is not 2024. So they at least are 30-year-olds or more. Um, and that was one of my students. And his mom bought me a beautiful pearl and gold, 14 karat gold earrings. And I was nervous to take it because it was such an expensive gift. But the principal says, it's okay. The parents want to give it to you, to gift it to you. You could have it. You didn't ask for it. They're giving it to you willingly. These people used to bring, we had like 34 kids in a classroom. And you're talking about like 75% of them doing Christmas, doing Teacher Appreciation Day. Dear good grief. So much that they would bring. I'm going to pan around and show you a picture that one child gave it to me from that time, 2000. And I still have that picture and it's on my wall. I'm going to pan the camera up so you can see it. And I kept it. Not sure why I kept it because it's not going to value anything. But it's just the thought. There it is, guys. It's just the thought of how those parents used to be. That's right there. 2000, December. That's a gift from a parent when I started teaching at that school down there. Went to Jamaica 99, returned 2000, and September they hired me, and this was December that they brought me that picture. And I don't know, it just traveled around with me. It just traveled around with me. So guys, listen, we have to appreciate the blessings, you know. These are not things that are thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars, but it's the thoughtfulness that went into it. It's just the care that people cared that went into it. And you hold on to it because you appreciate it. And you're thankful that they even cared enough about you to give you these tokens. So I just wanted to do a little throwback today, guys. It's Throwback Wednesday. Let's call it that. Throwback Wednesday. I'm just here giving thanks, you know, and I just said, let me share with my MBP family. So there you have it, guys. So listen, as I said, we don't know what tomorrow will bring. The future, we do not. We are just here. And a lot of times we have people who comes in our lives for different reasons. And we just want to say thank you for any footprints that have been left. And my hair is growing out. I'm not cutting it again. I'm just going to let it grow. So I'm just hoping that wherever you are today, that all is well. And if it's not even well, if it's not even 100%, go into your drawers like I just did and look for those little things that meant much to you, that bring some laughter. When my son got his first catapult, it was that same Desmond, the one fixing the bicycle there. That was him who who made them for the two boys. And you watched them, you sat on the veranda and you watched them up and down on the road and trying to shoot birds. And those are things that mean, you know, they mean a lot. How many kids get a chance to even leave the country to go to another country? And here they were, so comfortable in their area and doing the things that young boys did back then in those days. Christopher wanted to bring his slingshot back with him. I think he did bring it back. Because remember, he was hanging on his bedroom door even when he was in middle school here. Yep. So these are the little things, guys, and I just did this to tell you that, you know, sometimes just look back at those little things that brought good memories, and give yourself a chance to feel good again. Jet, I said more power to you as well, who will pick out your pictures. Remember what you look like and how it was then before things changed. Because things sometimes change, and when they change, we're not able to appreciate some of the things that we used to appreciate before. So let's appreciate them while we can. Let's just appreciate them while we can. My old grandmother wasn't rich, but my goodness, she gave me so much. Didn't give me riches. When she died, I didn't even get an acre of land. But you know what? I'm here. And the amount of blessings that she bestowed upon me, it helped me to own more than that acre of land. So I just say, I am grateful. I am grateful. So make it a great day by choice, guys. Be good to yourself. Love yourselves. Because when you love yourselves, you can love others unconditionally. They don't have to give you things for you to love them. But they're in your life, and whatever they bring to your life, as long as it's decent and kind and wholesome, then you can love it. Read, you know, just look carefully. I didn't notice some things until I look again. I might have looked many times, but today it allowed me to look deeper and to make a better connection. So, be good to yourselves. Much love to all of you. Take care.